Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with Ultimate Fishing Simulator, and they have been making again quite a few more changes. They've done a lot more tweaking and things seem to be getting even more interesting. This thing is evolving and evolving very well. They just recently added a new fishery, and let's go ahead and check this out, guys. Let me go ahead and show you some of the ones. We've obviously seen all these, but this one has been here a little while. I haven't been able to try it out yet because I'm trying to get enough cash to go there, and I'm still in the process of testing the bottom fishing. But this one I'm excited about trying fairly soon here, guys. But it's got striped bass, spotted bass, largemouth, smallmouth, pretty much every type of bass you can think of. And of course bluegill, crappie, channel catfish, mirror and carp and grass carp, all the biggies. But this one's the new one they just added, and I think it was just added maybe a few days ago. But this is called the UVAC River, and there's a bunch of species here we haven't seen yet, guys. We've got Xander, we've got barbel, we got Hutchin, which I believe is a similar species to the taimen that you'll see over in Russian Fishing 4. The common nace, brown trout, brook trout, and chubs. Finally we got chubs. So this is a definite European river, so that's pretty cool. And of course Panas Bay, and we'll get back to that when the time comes. But I tell you what, guys, this is evolving really well. They're going to be eventually having some deep sea fishing, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Alright guys, let's go ahead. I think what we're going to take a look at today is, instead of St. Zeno's Lakes, we're going to go to Powell Lake, and we're going to do a little bottom fishing here. Now the bottom fishing here is very good. You're not going to get probably anything nearly as big as what you'll get at St. Zeno's, but you're going to get some pretty decent sized catfish and largemouth bass and maybe the occasional black crappie. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at this with the bottom fishing. So let's go ahead and head on in here. Alright, now it seems to be loading a lot faster too. They did say they made some major optimizations just recently, so a lot of bug fixes, whatnot. So we're going to try to find a good place to do some bottom fishing here. I'm going to hit my old hunter mate, or hunter seeking whatever, you know. It looks like we got some swimming around over here and right over there, pretty close to the dock here. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to go ahead and fish right here. Now let me put my rod pod right here on the end here. There we go. Ooh. It's magic. Anyway, it's magic. Anyway, what have I got on my lure here? I have got, looks like wax worms. Oh wow. Looks like we've added a few more features on the menu, which is nice. You can see the rod pod here. You can see this, so you can take them off or put them back on. And actually I kind of like the new look of that. But I think I thought I have 3 setups. Well, I guess I just have 2. Yeah, I think the other one I need to change the bait, because peas, while catfish might go for them, I have a feeling that it might be better if I change that. What is this? Oh, that's that feeder that I have on there. Alright, well, what we're going to do, first of all, I think this one's fine the way it is. So we're going to go ahead and toss it out. Then we're going to go ahead and place it. Playing too many games, I forget all the controls sometimes. Let's see about using this set. And we are going to change the bait. I don't think I have a hook on. Yeah, dude, I've got a hook. Okay, this hook, I like that because now we can get a good description of our equipment here. I think I might size this up a little bit. Let me try. Let's see, what have I got? I got 2 of these. No, I'm going to stick with that hook. I was thinking it was this hook. Now we've got this one right here. I think that's okay. That's okay. We are going to take that off. Let me check the bait here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put some big cut bait on there. Let me buy a little bit more of it too. I could equip, well, let's start with one for now. I'm going to throw that one out a little bit farther. Alright, let's just see what we will see here, guys. We've got a setup for catfish, and we got a setup for whatever happens to be interested. The nice thing is, once we get a little more money, we can get us another rod and just sit there and fish off the sides. So yeah, they are making quite a few changes. But guys, I will try to be getting out at least one episode of this a week. This has been a fairly popular series. It's fun to play. It's not as... I'm not trying to bash it any, but it's not quite as realistic as Russian Fishing 4, but it is quite a bit of fun. Let me check something out here, guys. Sometimes the hook sizes can be too big. I have... what size hook do I have on this one? So I have 4/0. That is a little on the big side. Let's see. Well, we could take it down to this one. See if that doesn't improve things any. See, this is a much earlier map too, so the fish may be a little bit smaller. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look around here, see if there's any other areas that might look even more promising. There's a lot right down there too, and it may just be these fish here are too small, quite honestly. Nope. There we go. The hook was the problem. Alright, this guy's giving me a bit of a fight. Now the catfish here might go for the small cut bait more, so I might have to switch that out as well. But he's coming in. Turn the tension up a little bit here. Alright, he's almost in. Not sure what we got here just yet, but I think it might be a catfish. Yep. Yeah, see, they don't get huge here. They're not as big as at that other lake, but you can get them. That's exactly why they were not biting off that other hook. Exactly why. So let's toss that one out. And we'll give this one a little bit more of a try. And if it doesn't do anything here in a minute, I might change the bait. But yeah, it looks like there's a good spot right over there. Well, apparently a lot bigger fish. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and move. I just have a feeling that the fish here are just a little bit on the small side. So let's go over here. Let me see if I can't figure out where that is. Yep, there it is. Oh wow, there's a lot of them over there. Well, let's see. Takes a little while for you to be able to get back up to doing that again, but let me check it again real quick. Oh yeah, lots of them. Let's see what we can get right here. I'm going to back off right here. Shoot, did I get my rod? I didn't. I bet I didn't. I left it over here. Good God Almighty. I'd forget my head if it weren't attached. Didn't follow my own advice. Take your rod pod with you. Alright. Now that we've made a complete fool out of ourselves, make sure this is still looking good. It definitely is. Now let's toss this sucker out. Not very far, because they're pretty close actually. Alright, let's see if any of these guys are interested. Seems like it's always raining. You ever notice that? Always raining. There we go. Now this time it's... No, actually I think this is the one with the... There you go. Striped bass this time. $46. Yeah. We'll sell him. This time I'll throw it out a little further. Yeah, I really enjoy the bottom. Alright, this is going to be an active spot. Yeah, you gotta make sure you get the right size hooks. If they're too big, that's usually you'll get a warning. I didn't get a warning that time. Oh, it's a little black crappie. We'll sell him. Kind of surprised you went after that heavy duty bait there. Just, I'm gonna go out just a little bit farther. But yeah, the bottom fishing here is very good. St. Zeno's Lakes is excellent. I can't wait to see what you can pull out of some of those others. But you can build your cache up pretty darn quick with some of these, especially at the bottom fishing. There we go again. Whoops. They seem to be going for this cut bait. Whoa. Getting up in the orange there. Now this isn't a huge fish. Let's take that up a little bit. Now, like I said, guys, they're not going to come as big here as at St. Zeno's, but you can still bottom fish and you can fish for some of your favorites here. Now see, that's a much better channel. And I think they can come fairly good size here. Let's see, check the hunter mate, see if there's a direction I need. There's something big down there, real close. So I'm going to just toss this right out there close. Maybe I can catch one of those big guys. But yeah, let me see. I'm going to check my baits here. Might try the leeches as well. I haven't got any. I am going to buy some. I like to keep stocked. There's nothing here that'll go for that. I do have... Let me go ahead and buy some small cut bait. Yeah, if we want a bluegill, we can go for that. I like to make sure I have enough bait. It's one thing that you got to be careful about. Sometimes you can run out of bait and it doesn't really say anything to you about it. You just aren't catching anything, and then I'm like, well, no wonder I didn't put any bait on it. Let's just see if these big guys are going to go for it. I don't know if they're still over there or not. Yeah, it looks like they are. But they may be more on the surface here. Alright, we do have an interested party. Alright, another channel. Well, let me change this bait here, guys. Something a little different here. Let's see. A leech. I don't think I can equip anymore, can I? Nope. Yeah, there's a limitation. Some hooks you can equip up to 3 baits. But I want to see if these leeches do very well. Maybe I can attract a largemouth bass. I will tell you, you can catch largemouth bass bottom fishing. The trick is just finding out where they are and what baits they're after at the moment. But I'm going to take a look around, see if there's any other place that looks like it might be promising. They all look kind of small that way. Those are probably channels down there. Oh, it's that one again. So they do go for the leeches. Very good. But he's, whatever this is, he's not very big. I think it might be a striped bass. We're going to see here. Ooh. Whoa! I was wrong on the big. Damn. 130, 18.83 pounds. I think that's the record striped bass for me. I just broke my record, guys. Man, I wish there was a way to zoom in on him. Wait a minute, can you? No. No, you can't zoom in on him. Well, we'll get a picture of him anyway. We're going to sell him. Wow, the leeches are good to use. Very nice. I'm going to throw this one out a little bit far this time. And I'm going to take a look at the bait on this one. Just because, what have I got on here? I've got a son of a gun. That would explain a lot. See what I mean, guys? There's no bait. There's no bait at all. I was like, why isn't anything going after this? Well, it's because you don't have bait on there, stupid. Alright, what we're going to put on here, let's see, we had wax worms on there before. Let's see. What do we got for dragonfly? What goes for those? Let's put a dragonfly on there. I haven't fished with, well, there's also grasshoppers. No. Let's equip the dragonfly. There's a big ass fish right over there that keeps teasing me. And he's starting to tick me off. Let's see if he likes dragonflies. But yeah, I pretty much just showed you how the bait thing works. There we go. Something wants it. Also, the dynamics of the poles have increased much better. Yeah, there for a while you really had a hard time casting and reeling in sometimes. It would go way up too fast. There you go. There's our largemouth. I don't know if that was the one I saw, but I don't think it really matters. I got one. But yeah, gotta watch the bait, guys. I think what they might want to do for noobs like me on this, or just people who don't pay attention like me, you know, have a little pop-up that says, you don't have bait on here, stupid, you know. Might want to fix that. Ooh, these dragonflies are doing really good. Let's see, I can't really... Oh, little bluegill. Cause say he looked a little on the fat side. Alright guys, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move again. This time I'm going to take my rod pod. And we're going to try another location just to... Even though those big ones are down there teasing me again. And if you hear something that sounds like a dog crying, that's what it is. My dachshund wants out because then as soon as I let him out, he'll want back in. Because he wants to drive me crazy. Alright, looks like we got some activity over here. Ooh, lots of activity. Alright, let's put our rod pod back down. Let's toss this one out. Yeah, you should be able to press the number and switch. If there is a way to do that, I haven't figured out how to make it do it, so. But we've got those thrown out there. Now we just wait and see if any of these guys are interested, so. But yeah, this is a nice lake, and it's got some very familiar species for us on the Western Hemisphere. I don't know if you can do the bottom fishing on the boats, though. That's not something I've tried yet. Okay, this one's a bit bigger. This might be a good sized fish, guys. These dragonflies are hot. They're really liking those. Black crappie. Haven't caught one of those yet. I like the crappie. Alright, let's see here. Toss him out. But I'm going to see if I can't catch something else here, and then, just for giggles, I want to get on the boat and see if you can use it on that. 'Cause that's really got my curiosity up. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. There's plenty of fish around here, but maybe I need to cast it a little closer. Let me take another look out there. There's plenty of fish, but they look like mostly panfish. I do need to check on my skill tree here, because I might have another point to spend. Here it is. Yep, I've got one more point to spend. What could I spend it on? Casting strength? Maybe. More XP? Actually, I think I need the XP more than I do anything else. Wow, these dragonflies are just really popular for these guys. So I'm thinking this is probably mostly panfish. There might be some largemouth bass intermixed in there, but one thing I did notice as I've been doing this, it doesn't seem, there's another black crappie, it doesn't seem like the other rod will do anything as long as you're working on the other rod. In other words, you won't be reeling in and the other rod's going to get a bite. And I don't know if that's coincidence or by design. But I've noticed it's never happened since I've done this. So it may be that they've programmed it so you're not trying to fight with two rods. But let's go ahead, get on here. Take a little trip out. Head to a different area. See if we can't find us a Yeah, over here in this little cove-like area, we used to see a lot of striped bass. You can't go beyond the buoys. That's the limits of this fishery. Okay, let me see here. I forgot how to exit the boat. I don't want to exit the boat. Okay, let me see here, guys. Let's walk out here. And here's the moment of truth. Ah, man. Well, rod pod can't be placed here. Let's see if it can be placed on the back of the thing. Nope. Nope. Rod pods cannot be used on boats. Well, I had to try it out. I mean, you know. So we can only do one at a time here, guys. Whoop. So we're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. We got fish there, so probably should have grabbed the dragonfly one. But yeah, just when you're doing this, you're really watching that little circle you see right there. It'll start to get some color in it. I might be getting a little bit of a bite there. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, you don't necessarily need the indicator on this when you're doing this because you're really having to do it by watching more than anything else, but it at least stays on there. If you were doing this for real, that thing would have went flying. Whoa! I don't know what I did there, but there we go. We got us a nice striped bass. 78. My mouse must have slipped. But let's see. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to switch rods here. Make sure I have bait. That's important. Make sure you have bait. Alright, don't want to go too far. Yeah, I think out here you're going to see mostly striped bass and largemouth bass. I believe there's spotted... No, smallmouth. There are smallmouth in here too. But I don't catch them very often. Okay, that was a bite, but it wasn't on there all the way, so let's let him do a little bit more to it. I'm not sure what hell he's doing. Could be from the boat. There we go. Yeah, he was barely touching it. That was kind of weird. probably like a crappie or a bluegill. No, I think it is a striped bass. I'll be darned. No, there's a smallmouth. Okay. There you go. There's you a smallmouth. Very nice. Alright guys. That, my friends, is bottom fishing on Powell Lake. And we did discover you cannot set the rod pods down on the boats. At least not this boat. But you can still bottom fish. Well, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another episode of Ultimate Fishing Simulator sometime next week. I'm probably going to try to do Ultimate Fishing Simulators on Fridays, which means they should be ready by Saturday. So until then guys, as I always say, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye bye.